Hello and welcome to New Hampshire. We are here for race number 2 of the playoffs. For the second race in the round of 16 for Titanic Cup Series Championship of Season 12. We have just completed qualifying. You see Franklin has won the pole. Non-playoff driver Rigsby starts second. And very interesting to see Miller starting third. As of now, he stands below the cut line. You've got Yates in 4th, Coatney 5th, Helmenthaler 6th, Lacko 7th, Flincham 8th, Cox 9th, and Simeon 10th. We'll see where the rest of our playoff drivers start. We've got Setgast starting 11th, Kagzinski in 12th, Bywater is in 14th, also currently below the bubble. Smith is 15th, Knifley 17th, McGuckian 18th, Otto Manelli is 21st, Schenk is 25th, but he is already locked into the next round. Cooper will start this race in the 27th position. And that is everybody, so everyone's starting in the top 27. No one significantly far back. We've got Otto Manelli back in 21st. Schenk in 25th, but he's already locked in. Otto Manelli, we honestly didn't expect too much from him. He's the underdog of the series, and although he ended up getting a pretty solid finish yesterday at Chicagoland, his chances of advancing still pretty slim.
Drivers, start your engines.
"90 laps today. We've got our stages set to be on laps 25, 50, and 90. The field working through 3 and 4. Just gonna do a quick check, make sure all cars are set to start. Looks like we are good. How will the second race of the playoffs shape out the championship? Green flag in the air. Franklin won the pole and he's going to clear for the lead. And Rigsby is going to clear for second, as it is not Helmenthaler, but Miller and Yates battling for the third spot. Yates getting a really nice run on the outside of Miller, and he's going to take that third spot from him. And now here comes Helmenthaler looking for 4th. Helmenthaler gets that 4th spot as Miller falls to 5th. Meanwhile, Franklin leads the first lap. Here's Yates taking a peek inside of Rigsby for second, can't get there for now. Coatney takes 5th from Miller as the 11 continues to fall. You see the point standings, Miller currently in the bottom 4 as Lacko, who did not have a great race yesterday at Chicagoland, trying to make up for it. Looking for the 6th spot from Miller. Excuse the camera work there. Helmenthaler up to the 4th spot. Miller tucks in 7th. And now has Cox, who is not in the playoffs, running behind him. May have been a bit of rubbing between Kagzinski and Setgast as he tries to take the spot from the 78 car. The only rookie in the playoffs is that 78, as you see Cox going inside of Miller. That 11 car continues to fade in the early laps of this race. Miller would like to earn stage points. Remember, the top 10 at the end of each stage earn points. As the teammates now of Kagzinski and Miller battle for that 8th spot, and Kagzinski will get by. In fact, they are the two battling each other as of now. Kagzinski is 12th in points and Miller is 13th. Got a battle for third. Helmenthaler inside of Yates. This is Helmenthaler's third season. Last season, it was only his second season, made it all the way to Homestead. We'll see if he can repeat again this season. We've still got several races to go until then, however. Yates does stay clear for third, 6 laps complete. Franklin rather continues to lead. Yates all over the back bumper of Rigsby. We'll see if we see a battle for second here, and looks like it's going to happen. Yates goes inside of the 3 car. Side by side for a second, but Rigsby with a nice corner exit. He's going to stay clear of Yates. And now it's Coatney inside of Helmenthaler for 4th. Helmenthaler stays clear as Yates attempts to take second away again. This time by 10 laps complete. 15 to go until the end of stage 1. Still door-to-door battling for second. Coatney right behind both of them. Looks like Yates is going to take second. He does clear Rigsby, and now it is Helmenthaler and Rigsby battling for third. Rigsby with a nice corner exit might be able to clear him here. Not yet. Whoa, Coatney drove hard into that corner. Thought he was going to get into the back of Helmenthaler. He stays off of the 13's bumper and now runs right behind Rigsby. Rigsby does stay clear for third, and now they are battling for fourth between Coatney and Helmenthaler. Meanwhile, here comes Lacko. He's inside of Cox in the 98. Kagzinski also following the 20 car. Looks like Lacko is going to clear Cox and now inside of Coatney. Cox gets back on the outside of Lacko. And looks like Lacko will clear Cox this time by. Now they're side by side for 7th. Kaczynski and Cox. Cox not in the playoffs. This time by 10 laps to go in stage 1. Franklin continues to lead. Pretty clean race so far. This time by 7 to go in stage 1. It is Franklin leading, Yates 2nd, Rigsby 3rd, Helmenthaler 4th, and Coatney 5th. Got a battle for 6 again between Cox and Lacko. Remember, the top 10 at the end of the stage will earn points. 10 for the stage winner, 9 for 2nd, 8 for 3rd, and so on, down to 10th place getting 1. We see a new face in the top 10 now. That's McGuckin. Just got by Miller, and now he runs in the top 10. Knocks Miller outside of the top 10. Couple drivers we were keeping an eye on. Simeon running 19th as of now. Currently sits 20 points back from the bubble. And he's going to have to move up more higher than where he's running now if he's going to have any chance at advancing after Dover tomorrow. Same with Bywater, also 20 points back. He's running 21st right now. And Cooper running 29th. 19 points back prior to the start of today's race. Meanwhile, Lacko did win the battle between him and Cox, and now it is Helmenthaler looking for 3rd from Rigsby. This time by 4 laps to go in stage 1. Yates has been closing the gap actually on Franklin. Not sure if he's going to be able to get there in 3.5 laps. Meanwhile, Rigsby did stay clear of Helmenthaler. Now they're side by side for 4th. Coatney outside of Helmenthaler. Still battling for 4th. Looks like Coatney will get by Helmenthaler on the outside. A great pass for him. Meanwhile, Kaczynski and McGuckin looking for as many playoff points as possible, trying to get around the 98, who is not in the playoffs, and there's Setgas, the rookie, also coming in the picture. 2 laps to go in stage 1. Franklin takes the final lap in stage number 1. Yates behind him, but don't think he's going to be able to pass him before the end of this lap. Battling for 8th still is Cox and McGuckian. And here comes Coatney trying to take 3rd from Rigsby. We will throw the caution as we are completing stage 1. Franklin will win stage number 1. Yates 2nd, Rigsby 3rd, Coatney 4th, Helmenthaler 5th, Lacko 6th, Kagzinski 7th, McGuckian 8th, Cox 9th, and Setgas 10th. Field comes down pit road, led by Franklin. Trying to give you the best camera angle. Four tire change, and Franklin will come out first. Yates 2nd, Coatney 3rd. Rigsby stalls and he's going to lose a couple spots on pit road. Also a slow stop for Cox, both of the non-playoff drivers that finished the stage in the top 10. The field will get lined back up, and we'll see who is running where, as we are under caution after the completion of stage 1. Coming back to the green, it is Franklin leading, Yates 2nd, and Coatney 3rd. We've got all playoff drivers running in the top 8. Also got Otto Manelli, Miller, and Smith inside the top 12. see where the further back playoff drivers are of Bywater and Cooper, as we are back under green for stage 2, which will end on lap 50. So we've got 21 laps to battle out a second stage. Immediately, Kagzinski in the 4 goes inside of Helmenthaler for 4th. Might be something we want to rewind at. Okay, Rigsby just came really hard into the corner. They're in turn 3. As they continue to battle for 4th, looks like Kagzinski will take it. Setgas and McGuckian battle for the 7th spot. Franklin has led every lap so far today. Yates right behind him. Coatney right behind Yates. Both of them going inside of Franklin. They make it 3 wide for the lead. And looks like Yates is going to be the one who clears and will take the lead as they're battling for 2nd now. Yates still looking for his first win of the season, as is Coatney. Coatney and Franklin side by side for 2nd. Very bold for Yates to come off of turn 2, being 3 wide and end up as the race leader at the end of the back straightaway. Still side by side for 4th is Helmenthaler and Kagzinski. Franklin stays clear of Coatney for 2nd. And Yates is the new leader at New Hampshire. We see Simeon in the 15th spot. He is one who needs to move up, as is Miller. He's in 11th and battling Otto Manelli for 10th. He did not earn stage points in stage 1, and neither did Simeon. See Coatney going back inside of Franklin, trying to look for 2nd again. We saw that battle between Helmenthaler and Kagzinski going on for a while. As you can see, Helmenthaler continues to run 4th, Kagzinski in 5th. Miller now battling Rigsby for the 9th spot. Every spot counts, even in the stages. Remember, drivers will earn points for finishing the top 10 at the end of each stage, but we still have 14 to go in stage 1. There's Nicely in the 48. He's been quietly outside the top 10 all day, possibly trying to peek into the top 10 and get himself some stage points. Helmenthaler gets by Coatney for 3rd. That 13 car has been strong today, as we see the battle for 2nd, or 7th rather, between Setgas and McGuckian. Setgas stays clear. That's a rookie in his first ever playoffs versus 5-time champion. And Setgas doing a very good job holding off that 23 car. Rigsby and Miller continue to battle for the 9th spot. And now Helmenthaler on a mission, going inside of Franklin, looking for second. Nine to go in stage 2. Coatney gets by for second. Helmenthaler rather gets by for second. Now it's Coatney inside of Franklin. That is for the 3rd spot, and meanwhile McGuckin back inside of Setgas, still trying to get in 7th. Miller runs 9th and Knifley now inside the top 10, knocking Rigsby outside of the top 10. Battle for 3rd continues. Meanwhile, Yates pulling away from the rest of the pack. 7 to go in stage 2. Franklin clears Coatney for 3rd. As it stands, Setgast is in the top 12, but not by very much. So he's still going to try and fight hard every single race. As McGuckin clears for 7th, and now Miller trying to take that spot from Setgast. But Setgast will stay clear. Knifley is on the charge. He's right behind Miller. And now on the outside of him. Otto Manelli, another one to be concerned for. He is running 17th. Not so great, and he is not super healthy on points either. Just 18 points ahead of the cut line. Meanwhile, now 4 laps to go for Yates to win stage number 2. Battle for 30 yet again between Coatney and Franklin. Kaksinski is right behind both of them. And Coatney will get by Franklin for 3rd this time. Franklin will fall to 4th now. Lacko looking to recover from a poor finish yesterday at Chicagoland. Still has a 26-point advantage over the cut line. So he is pretty healthy, just trying to become even more healthy. Because you never know what could happen in the rest of this race or at Dover tomorrow. See Setgas trying his, or not Setgas, but Simeon trying his best to move up. He's in 14th now. Just got by Smith. who is in 15th, also in the playoffs. Looks like Kaczynski has just gotten by Franklin, and that is for 4th. Meanwhile, Yates in his own world. He takes 1 to go in stage number 2. Franklin fights back on the outside of Kaczynski. McGuckian also, he got by Lacko, as did Setgast. Lacko falls to 8th now, and he's now right behind Franklin and right behind Kaczynski and inside of Franklin. Yates comes off turn 4. He's going to win stage 2. Helmenthaler 2nd, Coatney 3rd, Franklin 4th, a bit squeezed there. Kaczynski 5th, McGuckian 6th, Setgast 7th, Lacko 8th, Knifley 9th, and Miller 10th. We have completed stage 2 under caution here at New Hampshire. Drivers complete their stop. Looks like all playoff drivers got through. Got through all right, didn't lose too many spots. Didn't really see any of our playoff drivers in particular have a slow pit stop. Yates comes out as the leader, Helmenthaler 2nd, and Kaczynski now in 3rd. Saw Coatney lose a couple spots. He's now in 6th. Adams now in the top 10. He is not in the playoffs. Cooper runs 22nd, a little bit better than he was earlier today. And Bywater is the worst running playoff driver, running 28th. Back under green at New Hampshire for the start of our final stage. Helmenthaler wastes no time, goes right under Yates. "36 laps to go to decide the second playoff race of season 12. Side by side for the lead, also over third, Franklin inside of Kaczynski. Yates continues to hold off Helmenthaler on the outside. Kaczynski stays clear of Franklin. Coatney falls back to 7th as Setgas now trying to get by him for that spot. Two by two as Lacko now inside of McGuckian. They continue to race side by side for the lead. Lacko now inside of Franklin, and Helmenthaler does clear Yates for the race lead. Helmenthaler now leads here at New Hampshire, but Yates fights right back on the inside. It's like did not get a great corner entry there, and Helmenthaler stays clear. Kaczynski now on the outside of Yates. That is for second. How about Setgas? Where'd he come from? All of a sudden, he's now battling Franklin for the 5th spot. Lacko up to 4th now. That's Setgas' teammate Adams right behind him. Just got by McGuckian in the 23. Knifely also coming along. Side by side for third now, Lacko and Yates. Remember, you win this race, you automatically advance to the round of 12. 15 drivers looking to do that, as Senk has already advanced yesterday at Chicagoland. Lacko does take third, and Setgas now on the outside of Yates looking for 4th. Driver is really making that outside line work here today, and he's going to get by Yates. Yates falls to the 5th spot, winning stage 2 and restarted in front, and now falls to 5th. He'll try not to lose any more spots, as Adams now battling Franklin for 6th. Teammates of Franklin and Knifely on the outside of him. Meanwhile, Helmenthaler continues to lead, this time by 30 laps to go. Simeon now in the top 10. Coatney has fallen back to 11th. Smith has made up a couple spots since we last checked in. He is now in 12th. Schenk as well is in 13th now. Miller has fallen back a bit. He's now in 15th. You see Cooper, he remains to run in 22nd. And Bywater remains to be the furthest running driver, the furthest back playoff driver in 28th. Adams does get by Franklin. He now runs in 6th. Helmenthaler continues to lead here at New Hampshire. 1:25 to go. You saw Setgast just got by Lacko for third. Nicely gets by his teammate for seventh. Miller continues to fade. Matthew just got by him for 17th. And so now Miller in the 11, who is currently below the bubble, runs 18th. And look who's in second now. Didn't even see it happen. Setgast got by Kagzinski. And now that rookie, looking for his first career win, now runs second and closing in on Helmentaler. We'll see if he can get there. We still have 22 laps to go. Nicely inside of Adams for the 6th spot. And he will take it. And he's closing. He's Setgast closing that gap. Now right on the bumper of Helmentaler. Came into the series at the beginning at Daytona. No one really knew who he was. No one really had any knowledge about him. But he came into the series firing. Whoa, slides way up the racetrack, and we have a caution. Looks like we had a number of cars involved in an accident. Not sure if any playoff drivers were involved. Looks like it was mostly drivers who were running in the back of the pack. But we have a caution now, and we will see how that shapes this out. Before we check to see what happened, we will wait to see if anyone will go onto pit road. No takers as far as playoff drivers are concerned. Let's go back and see what happened. Ooh, that was a big hit there between Hannon and who's the 22? Flynn. And it all starts up here, the playoff driver of Bywater. They are 3 wide. Looks like Flinchum just moves the 15 car up the track. And then watch this hit. Bam! 51 goes up in the air. Collects a bunch of others in the pack. That's Austin in the 27, Sharp in the 77, and Krebs in the 53. Bywater may have gotten away from that with very little damage, but as you see here, yeah, they're 3 wide, and it's Flinchum gets into the side of Bywater, pushes him up the track, clips the 51 of Hannon. And as he slides, slams into the side, the brace slams into the side of the 51. Hits him again on the other side, and then watch this hit. from from Flynn rather, lifts that whole car up in the air. And then Austin, nowhere to go, slams into the 51 car. Sarp gets into him as well, into Austin, and Hannon went for a wild ride there. .16 to go. Helmenthaler continues to lead with Setgast in second and Kaksinski third as we are back under green. But Lacko goes right inside of Kaksinski, looks for that third spot. Excuse me. Setgast, or Kaksinski rather, stays clear for third as Setgast once again closing in on Helmenthaler. 15 to go. This rookie trying to get his first career win and also advance to the round of 12. Setgast all over the back bumper of that 13 car. Takes a look inside for the lead. Door to door going down the back straightaway. Setgast, the rookie, trying to lead and looking for his first career win. Still side by side. 12 laps to go. That 78 car obviously has shown to be fast today. But so has Helmenthaler in the 13. We'll see which one's better as they continue to drag race through the whole track. No one getting an advantage. Helmenthaler trying to stick in front, but can't clear the 78. Now it's Setgast with the advantage going through 1 and 2. But Helmenthaler off turn 2. He's going to get the better run down the back straightaway. These guys continue to run side by side. That's actually allowing Kaczynski and Lacko to close in on the leaders. 10 laps to go, still side by side for the lead. Kaczynski now is right behind Setgast. Neither of these leaders can clear each other now. Kaczynski is going to go to the top. Will Helmenthaler stay clear before they get to turn 1? No, he does not. Still has Setgast inside of him. But Setgast cannot complete the pass. He's trying as hard as he can. He's better in the corners, but Helmenthaler is better on the straightaways. Lacko and Kaczynski now are side by side for third. Nose to nose coming across the line that time. Kaczynski stays clear of Lacko. Setgast with the advantage off turn 2. But Helmenthaler again getting a run, continues to stay right alongside of Setgast. Both those drivers just waiting for the other one to slip up. Neither of them can clear each other. Helmenthaler got a little wide there off turn 4. Can Setgast use that opportunity to clear him here off turn 2? And yes, he does. Setgast hold clear of Helmenthaler for now, but Helmenthaler goes right back inside of Setgast. Can the 78 clear him off turn 4? He does. Setgast leads at New Hampshire. 6 laps to go. You see battle for 5th. Smith gets by the 5 of Yates. What an exciting battle for the lead we just had. It's not over yet. We still have 5.5 laps to go. Five to go. Can Setgast hold off Helmenthaler for 5 more laps and get his first career win and advance to the round of 12? Right now, Setgast not thinking about the playoffs at all. He wants that win more than anything right now. And he is so close to getting there. All JGR cars are running in the top 5, but it is Setgast for Furniture Row Racing, leading, looking to take the checkered flag for the first time. Now just 3 laps to go. Setgast staying in front of Helmenthaler, giving himself a pretty decent gap. Smith has been strong in this final stage. Found himself in the top 10, now running in the top 5, and right behind Lacko. We have not yet had a first-time winner this season. Setgast, the Season 12 Rookie of the Year winner, as he's the only rookie in the playoffs. Looking for that first career win. This time by, he'll see the white flag. Got one on pit road, that's Santanastazzo. As we see the battle for Smith gets by Lacko. Through the final corners. No one knew who he was at the start of the season, but he's making a name for himself now. First career win, checkered flag. Setgast wins at New Hampshire. An outstanding race for that kid. Helmenthaler finishes second, Kagzinski third, Smith fourth, Lacko fifth, Adams sixth, Knifley seventh, Yates eighth, Simeon ninth, and Franklin 10th. Setgast gets his first career win, also advances to the round of 12. No pressure at Dover, and he's going to have a celebration tonight. We'll take a look at how the rest of the playoff drivers finished. McGuckin gets 12th, Coatney 13th, Schenk, who's already locked in, gets 14th, Matthew 15th, Miller gets 18th. He's gonna have some work to do at Dover tomorrow. Bywater 24th, and Cooper 28th. Both of those drivers also will have a lot of work to do. But it is Setgast who wins. He will advance to the round of 12 with that first career win. And we'll see you tomorrow at Dover for our first elimination race of the playoffs.